And I really, totally enjoyed the Friday evening service, Cantor and choir preparation, the bar mitzvahs, the teaching in the educational sessions, the adult education in particular, and the life cycle process. I loved to sing Binder and Fried and Lewandowski and Naumburg and Geyrovich. I enjoyed the classical compositions.
How did your musical style evolve in those pulpits over the years up to today?
I think it was a slow evolution from a classical style to a more popular style, but I think I never really left the classical part of it. It always remained the classical plus a popular style, folk songs, Israeli songs, and the like. I spent 28 years at Temple Sinai, and they were 28 very productive years. I think when I came to North Miami Beach in Florida, I think my role as a clergyman was pretty much laid out before me. I began to participate in the entire life cycle. I had the most wonderful time studying at Hebrew Union College. It was really a tremendous pleasure. Dr. Binder was a very passionate, very enthusiastic instructor, and we listened very, very intently to whatever he had to say about new music that was coming out, and also cantillation. He was a most gifted teacher.
Would you tell the story about the wedding that you did at the Free Synagogue with Binder?
That was an incredible experience. It was the early 60s, and I very proudly came up to Dr. Binder, and I said, Dr. Binder, I hope you don't mind, but I have harmonized the Sheva Brachos from the French tradition and the Ephros anthology, and I would be most grateful to you if you could play it for me. Anyway, Rabbi Klein and I proceeded to do the wedding, and when it came to the Sheva Brachos, Dr. Binder was fooling around. I couldn't even recognize the composition anymore. I'm sure that he improved upon it, but it was unrecognizable. And to this day, I wonder how I got through it. It happened in the late 60s. We were doing The Earth is the Lord's. And that was a marvelous cantata by Ray Smallover and Charles Davidson. And I looked through it, and I just loved it at first sight. And then I said, you know, this could use some kind of choreography, possibly a dance ensemble. I engaged 3 ladies, and with the choreography, they danced while the choir sang, while the organist played, and it was a phenomenal Friday evening at the temple. Of course, the 3 ladies danced in their leotards, and Monday morning I called up Rabbi Siegel and I said, by the way, Rabbi Siegel, how did everything go last Friday night? He said, Irving, it was one of the great spectacles. It was one of the great cantata presentations of the decade. We only lost 3 families. They felt that there were nudists dancing on the pulpit.
So what advice would you give a newly invested cantor?
I would say, buy everything you can and treat everybody, from the highest to the lowliest, equally.